I would say that even though I was here in this neighborhood, I was thinking about the possibilities of what I could become. My thought process was always beyond here because I always knew that there was something better. But the choices I made, you know, has it's turned me to the man I am today. To be able to talk about what happened to me, what I've been through, because it's somebody else that done been through something similar, and I know that my story can help somebody else. It's never been about where you at because you can change. People say that they're a product of their environment, and I get it to be a product of your environment, but your environment doesn't have to determine who you are. Family's always been important, no matter if we were mad at each other or not. That was still my family. Even if we got into it, we still gonna eat at the same table together. We were gonna be there for each other no matter what. When we was walking around with candles, because the lights were off, we still had each other. When we didn't have no running water, we still had each other. A lot of what went on through my teenage years and adult life, really normal. Things that I had seen, growing up, it was what society didn't talk about, you know what I'm saying? Teenage pregnancy, gun violence, stabbings, drug selling. Like, I would catch the bus right up the street and people would be smoking crack right behind me. They were lost, They were lost in themselves, in the sin. I had insecurities being a bigger guy, but and it stemmed from, I was molested as a child, and it kind of messed with my head a bit. I kept that to myself. 22 years of shame I carried because I felt like, that sermon that we watched, he said sometimes somebody can do something to you and you feel ashamed. And that's what happened. Somebody had done something to me and I felt ashamed. But it wasn't my fault. Laying it at the foot of the cross was really the only way to become free from it. I was tied up and held at gunpoint along with my mother and my brother. I guess they picked us because my dad was selling drugs, and that we were actually robbed a couple more times after that. But I didn't know because I was in the back of the house. My dad was living a fast life, and because he lived that fast life, it subject us to any kind of danger or harm that came that way. He didn't expose, himself selling any drugs, but the neighborhood did, He tried to hide it as much as possible. I had a street relationship with him. He had told me once before, I can't stop you from, I don't want you to do this, but I can't stop you because you're grown. I was 17 when I started selling drugs. Funny story, I used to say that I was never sell drugs. I was trying to do everything that I could to not, fall into the environment. I needed some money, and my mama was, saying that she needed help, and so I ended up trying to, make a way. And then it just became an everyday thing because I ended up moving out and I needed a way to pay my bills. I started off selling weed, and then it kind of progressed. It was just a way to make some money. I had bills to pay, and I was trying to, make it out of the hood, make it out of the environment. That was my way out. So one time I was out, in the streets, and I had got a phone call from my mama, and she asked me, "You don't think what you're doing is helping them kill themselves?" And I had not thought about it like that until she said it. And my first initial response was, I didn't make them do it. I'm just trying to make some money. I didn't get them on it, you know. And she repeated the question, and she was just like, "But you don't think you helping them hurt themselves?" And after she had said that, it wasn't the same for me in the street, you know. You don't really realize what you're doing, I guess, until it affects somebody else, or until you really just tired. You know, you tired of doing that. You tired of living like that. When you get tired of living like that, then you'll want to make a change. I had only heard about A Better Way through my lawyer when I had accepted 3 years in prison. She gave me a choice, though. I asked her what's my best options, and she said a 5 to 2 or a 3 and close. So I said, I'll take the 3 and close. The next day, she set up a video call and asked me did I want to come to this Christian-based program. She said maybe some guys that were in the jail with me could tell me more. I asked a few guys, did they know anything about it? And a couple of them told me, they were like, yeah, this place sweet. They got a pool, they got a gym, basketball court. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do my time over there, you know? So that's what I thought it was gonna be. I just thought it was gonna be like getting released to like a halfway house, because I had already did some time before. So I was just, I thought it was just gonna be, you know, sweet, easy. When I got here, my relationship with God was still non-existent. I mean, I had only ever cried out to God for help, you know. And when I didn't receive the help, it made me feel like either I didn't deserve it or it just was never gonna happen. It shifted when I heard the words at the beginning of a song one day. He said that if we can imagine a table, you know, as far as the eye could see, with chairs already there, and there's a seat with your name on it, and all you have to do is go to it and pull the chair out, you know, and that we make it hard on ourselves, you know, to give our lives to God, and He's already made it easy for us. He's already took the punishment for us. We make it hard because we choose not to believe, or we choose to live the way we want to live and not the way, you know, God wants us to live. The brotherhood here is it's amazing. It's like we really feel like a family here. You know, like you got brothers you can go to, and of course you're gonna have brothers that have difficulties, you know, like or they don't like each other. It's like anywhere. But you got people that's gonna pull you up, you know, when you're down. I used to judge a lot of people based on their character, you know. I blame them for how they acted. I also changed the way I see myself too, you know, because for years I only seen, you know, a beat down, abused, you know, person. And I see something different now. I see a light. I see somebody that can help change someone else's life.